pipe slash BKB in general. So if Navi can use some of those things against the AA, find him early in the fights, it'll be huge. There's
already
nice
starting
kill.
things off. I was gonna say it feels like what you're talking about with this Ancient Apparition, that a lot of this lineup relies upon Malik having a good game. And I was gonna say that, you know, maybe Navi should put extra effort to make sure that Malik doesn't get, you know, a faster blink dagger and such to set up that Ancient Apparition. But then Yandex just gave first blood. They just stacked on Malik's lane. Catch got the juice going through the gate after they secured bounty runes on the other side of the map. They put some good damage on Riddies. This is already a good start. Now Melody is going to come back for it. Go after got the juice again. Just put some damage on him and ensure that no matter what happens, this lane is going to be off to a good start.
They're just forcing the tri lane. Very awkward for Watson top, but this will guarantee the lane for the Mars AA, which, as you said, is maybe the more important thing in this game. And Got the Juice has nothing. He had his courier sniped in that exchange as well with the tangos on it. Yikes. So this Razor got brutalized and then lost his regen. A very sad start for him. Very smart way to set these lanes up on the side of Yandex. Could decide a lot in this game with the start that Malik's going to have. And also the extra experience for Soxa, a huge deal here. I do think Na'Vi have some tools to deal with the AA picks. Centaur, you can kind of find them on the back line. You can go, you know, BKB, 4-staff, blink type items on Huskar and try and play around it. You also have two, like, power through it mechanisms, I want to say. Like, Grave can counteract the threshold sometimes. And you have the cart from PMA later.
That's true.
So, is Niku dead? I think he's dead.
Oh, miss there. Low ground miss for Chira Jr. And he does not want to keep committing. This is a very close back and forth between the two. With the extra damage you get off of that shackle shot, Nico actually has to be a little careful.
I know a lot of players would take the execution versus the Huskar because it's also can be pretty nice, but I like this route better. Makes him a more stable core. You deal a lot more physical, which is also nice against the Huskar anyway. And, you know, gives you, I think, more playability in this game, especially when you're up against Cart and Grave, two invulnerability mechanisms that are going to be annoying for that power shot going through anyway. So let's say you hit the Huskar with the Ice Blast and he's Ice Blasted for 12 seconds at level 3. You can get a talent. That's another +4. So that's 16. But let's say you double Cart and Grave him. That's 17, Austin. That's just math. I mean,
okay. All right. I mean, that doesn't really work out because you can't chain it.
No, you can't.
Right. If he's below the threshold, like the Shallow Grave, whereas maybe you cart overlap on the Shallow Grave.
Yeah, you cart, and then you grave him, and then you cart him again as the grave.
You can't re-cart it. Like, he's going to be out of the cart for a second and under that threshold. Nico commits. Nico gets the kill. Ooh. Another mid lane one for Nico. It was a close call, but he got there.
That's huge for Na'Vi. That's going to decide so much extra tempo and gold going into this Huskar. He gets the extra level now. He is supposed to win this lane, but when you can get those extra juicy kills, man, it feels good. Off to the races here. It's going to be a tough game for Yandex. Yeah, they got this AA pick, but I think the lanes are not going to be that easy, and I think their draft does lack some of that just casual playmaking. Their mid's going to be gimped considerably. Still a lot to overcome for them.
And it certainly is dangerous giving the playmaking tempo to Na'Vi. Like, if you can't make many moves, then it means Na'Vi is probably going to be the one setting the plate there.
Another downside of this AA pick, talking about the tempo, is like you can't gank this Huskar, right? You have Chen AA. So Niku knows this. Niku can play super aggressive in this mid lane solo. He can run around. He can like go into enemy ancients early, do whatever the hell he wants this game, because there is no kill threat on him until Ice Blast is available.
Doxa is going to die, but Malik gets the deny on him, the downside of Poison Touch.
And PMA messing with Malady in the jungle, but he's pretty independent now. If Zayats wants to just go around mid and try and threaten this Wind Ranger, you land a bushwhack on that Wind Run.
especially with the level 6, is here for the Huskar. So Riddies and Zayats both closing in. Got him in the bushwhack. Wind run going to be largely ruined here. Cheer Jr. 100% dead. And as you said, no rotations really possible. All they can do is try and win their side lanes here. Spear from Malik was not going to finish the job on Got the Juice nor pin him. So he stays alive. PMA does die on the other side, though.
That's a big pick up top because you have to find some retribution on this map in the side lanes. If you're Yandex, with how poorly this mid lane is going, there's a catapult alive mid, double ward committed from Na'Vi on both sides of mid lane. They are really putting the pressure on. He's gonna find a freebie in the river.
Freebies all over the place. Niku gotta be feeling really fantastic. And with the rest of this ace rune, I think he wants to chase down the Wind Ranger with Zion sitting on the high ground. Chira Jr. reads it when runs out of there.
Saves the catapult. So there's a dead tower here. Pretty much no way to kick these heroes out of this location as a level 5 Wind Ranger. Even gonna lose another ward. Classic Huskar, man. You just get sucked into this mid vacuum and nothing good is gonna happen for you around this lane if you are Yandex. This is Navi's lane through and through. He's fat. He's real fat. Level 7.5 at 630. Almost 2,000 net worth advantage over the enemy mid. I mean, that is the Huskar factor right there.
I'm thinking about these other matchups that the Huskar is facing into. Obviously, the Ancient Apparition is a problem. How well do you think Kez matches up into the Huskar? Because I feel like with this quick kill on Malik, Niku getting farther and farther ahead, he is going to be super far ahead. And while I think Kez is probably okay, that silence has got to be a problem for Kez.
Maybe that silence is annoying. I could see like the Ags taunt plus silence being annoying for Kez in the late game, but Kez has to just dice this hero up. He's a physical burst machine, so. There'll be something to carry for Watson in this game.
For sure.
Na'Vi off to their fast-paced lane domination with some cheese on top. Starting to take some tier 1s. I feel like every game Na'Vi has gotten to take early tier 1s. They just run away with it.
Yep.
This is looking very similar.
It's going to be a long time until Malik and Saksa are going to be ready to deter this aggression from Na'Vi. They're just going to keep going at it over and over and over again. Chira Jr. is going to be pulled in underneath the tier 2. Look at Watson rotating over. They want to try and punish Niku for this, saying he's too far forward. They've got to put him down here. But there goes the Shallow Grave. There goes the Stampede. Watson slowed down. This is a problem. Niku, he's staying alive. Chira Jr. trying to focus him down with the focus fire. He's poking away at him. The bushwhack, reset, armlet, retoggle. It turns around, kills Chira Jr. Not what Yandex were hoping for. The first big rotation to try and stop this Huskar. But Na'Vi are able to defend it and deflect it effortlessly.
Perfect heals and Grave coming out from Riddies. He just guaranteed these toggles. He still had Fairy Fire. That one even worse. 5 heroes mid for Yandex. They get nothing. Lose their mid. Getting sucked into the Huskar black hole right now.
PMA is going to feel great about that. Like, he was just able to play the top lane entirely solo. All he had to do was pop Stampede to help out his team a little bit.
He's chilling up here. Vanguard done. He's going to take this tower eventually just off of the return. This is the downside of that AA pick. Like, you sacrifice a lot of lane stability. You sacrifice a lot of playmaking. This hero needs level 6. And even then, are you giving up so much map control while trying to get there that it won't matter?
Riddy's going to guard Niku. Just in case Niku can solo Roshan without a problem, but they got to make sure that there isn't any interference. Malik, with the scan, is making his way over. Bypasses Riddy, throws out the spear, almost caught him with the pick at the same time. Niku gets the armlet retoggle. He stays alive. Malik playing around it. Arena on Niku here. Of course, with the dazzle behind it, Malik can't really commit. The rest of the team is not moving to help him out at all.
Oh.
He died to Roche. A failed armlet toggle. Malik, he did it.
Oh, no.
He got him.
Not like this.
Like how he did everything he didn't work, but somehow walking away. And then Niku gets caught. Good shackle, PMA, who was totally free farming, and this was supposed to be the trade-off, is that they were supposed to kill the Centaur while the Roshan was dying. Instead, the Roshan doesn't die, Niku dies, and now PMA joins him in the grave.
That's a big deal. Slows this game down a lot.
Yeah.
Buys time for Yandex to get levels on their AA, almost level 6 now. In fact, Sox is going to have this, so now you can't just do that Roche as casually anymore.
Yep.
If you get scanned and blasted, you're just dead. So it really changed a lot of the tempo here. I don't know, maybe he took his hands off the keyboard to like all chat Malik, you know, like haha, nice arena, and then he got killed. I don't know.
Mid smileys.
It's not the time to be dropping the smileys.
Oh my god.
Gonna go back for it,
into the pit.
Hey,
Dude,
he's
he gets
smoked
hit
right
by
now.
this ice blast.
I feel like Soxa knows.
Does he get the timing right?
They do have Sentry Obs down. I guess you can't see it anymore. Oh, there it is.
Ice blast.
It's out of the range.
Oh, they were caught right on the edge there. Still, though, he's going to find the high ground ward. Okay, yeah, you saw it coming. Good for you. Got the juice. Trying to catch up to this ancient apparition. Got the pullback on the bushwhack onto Malik. Malik, he's dead. We'll get off Spear Arena to hold in these heroes. Na'Vi can now look back to it as Niku gets his revenge for the tipping earlier.
Well, he plays that well. And look at the Roche here. No funny business.
I was about to say, it's not over till it's over. You never know.
No. He's got a great, you know.
I'm gonna make sure you
Dude,
get this
come on.
one, brother.
Honestly, I would be so bad if he graved me there. I'd be like, bro, you don't trust me or what? Like, I'm not that bad, you know?
Yeah, Roshan doesn't kill Niku 2 times in a row.
I mean, you are supposed to grave him on that play because there could be some ice blast, but it's I'd be insulted as a Huskar player. Live and die by the sword. That's how this hero goes.
By the spear in this case. 3-man smoke up. Niku, Riddy, Zayat pushing through mid and up to the top lane where PMA has been the attention of multiple Yandex ganks. And Na'Vi were hoping that Yandex would try again and catch them in the middle of the act. Not the case so far. This 3-man smoke tailing Malady. He'll be stopped. But the Kez already gets out, and he is actually going to make a play here, though. The Watcher's in the way. Never mind. Oh, he's gonna bypass it with the Raven's Veil.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They saw that, though. All the pings. Zayat's, he's been pinging this. I think he maybe was looking at the Watcher. He might have seen some of that animation, or maybe they just know that Watson's going to be playing up here.
Yeah, I think they know he's probably up here somewhere. Might just
He
die.
spots him. Watson, big trouble here. They hold on to the bushwhack, and that's all it takes. If Watson isn't allowed to TP away, he's done for.
This game is rough for Yandex right now. Got to start finding some Mars pickoffs. They get one on Riddy's top, so that's something to start Malik's journey towards taking over this game, as he almost did in that game 4. A crazy strong performance on the hero. And it is some space for the Wind Ranger. I mean, Chiro Jr.'s behind, but he does have levels. So his game is not, it's not completely shot here. Like, it's never going to be great laning into Huskar, but as long as you can find some levels, you can eventually farm your way back.
No ice blast to worry about for 30 seconds as they catch the ancient apparition. There is the blink dagger from Malik, though.
Is under attack.
I'll kick things off, try and help these supports get into the game. All eyes on this Mars. And if I'm Soxa, I'm also just following him because I'm not doing much in this game other than playing off of Malik's stuns. You have pretty much nothing else to go off of. So every time he wants to make a play, you go with him. And if he's just farming, then you get to go push some waves and probably die doing it. This is your tag team. Still 2 minutes on the Aegis, though. Kind of an awkward time to try and go for this play, unless you think you can just get a great 5v5 out of it.
Yeah, with the team nowhere really close by, Zayats is looping around behind them. He's going to spot him here. It's dangerous. Zayats, he's going to be the one caught in all of that. He'll be the one ice blasted down. So it saves Niku and his Aegis.
Good idea with the flank. You don't want to let these heroes sit around the tower. Unfortunately, the arena came out too fast and can't bushwhack to a tree that doesn't exist.
True.
Some packet loss. Hopefully that gets resolved quickly here.
All right, big item timings are coming in soon. Watson is trying to complete his Desolator, which obviously that physical damage really important to deal with the Huskar, but also to start getting those charges in. Chira Jr. is still working on his Maelstrom. Man, he is poor.
No, it's done. It's fine out.
Okay.
It's not that poor, you know.
Well, he is the lowest net worth of any of the cores in this game, and it's probably a pretty decent chunk too.
Yeah, but this guy had to lane into Huskar, man. I mean, like, what do you want from him, you know?
And it wasn't just a lane
not his
Huskar.
fault.
He was also getting rotated on by both.
Yeah, he got the business. He got the full treatment and business all in one, man. He got his wards dewarded and wards planted against him. Never saw a rune. This guy never saw the river past 3 minutes.
And all that on a Saturday, man.
It's rough out here. The only time this guy's going to see the river is if he goes explores Malta after this series. Did not see it in this early game, I'll tell you that much. That's the Huskar factor right there.
Yeah, despite being in Malta, he does seem to be a bit landlocked right now.
Still only a 2K net worth lead. Like, it looks a lot bit better for Navi than the numbers show. Some of that's the Chen effect for sure. But you just don't want to throw away some of this lead around towers. Like, we saw Navi do that last game, right? They pulled the win out in that game, but that game got murky. At least in my opinion, a big factor was some of those botched tower pushes that were too casual. And that is not something you can afford to do with Huskar. He needs these objective pushes to work out in his favor. You can't just throw lives away.
You got to make a move, Yandex. They're going to make the jump on it. Got the juice. They did not get the spear back into anything. I think the intention was there maybe like a centaur stun from the Chen. Instead, Malady, he's going to activate his mech, but he's going to get run down, as is his army. So there's that.
Well, at least he'll get some time to farm some camps. No arena makes that play pretty awkward. Does draw attention though. Like, they get all the TPs out of Navi, which means they're not pushing tier 2s or killing you.
Yeah, as long as Watson doesn't get caught here, which Watson, thanks to his high ground ward, circles around Zayat out of sight and can maintain his position on the enemy side of the map, which is great for him. There's neutral creeps to farm here, but also can cut some waves when he sees the opportunity. Pull Navi back again.
It's a good spot to be in when you're in this kind of game. Because even if you get caught and die, you'd rather drag them back to their side of the map towards their fountain than dying outside of your base, outside of your tier 2s, where the follow-up is just instantaneous. So I like this positioning from him. It's going to have to be a bit of a rat game from Yandex here and a bit of a rat catcher game from Navi.
Speaking of instantaneous follow-up, Soxa is looking to do just that. He also buys a Blink Dagger. So we're going to see that ancient apparition tech where you just blink in, instant ice.
Oh, they found him.
They got him. Got the Huskar off of that high ground. Man, that high ground ward is done amazing for them. It gets Watson all this extra farm. Now it gets them a monster kill on Niku. 739 gold. Who cares about Malady dying, man? This move was so much bigger.
It also just feels amazing for the Yandex in terms of the mentality in this game. It's like catching Naga Siren. You know, every time you catch some hero like that in Dota, you feel like you get another 10 minutes of breathing room. So that'll go a long way for them. They're always going to have to bleed out some heroes around this map, but game kind of stalling out for Navi. They haven't grown this lead in a little bit here. That was a BKB for the Huskar. He just dies with it, doesn't get the fight.
Navi is good at getting advantages, but it does feel like they're not like Falcons in the regard of like when they get an advantage, you can feel confident that they're just going to grow that net worth, right? As you said, the net worth has stagnated here. We've already seen them slip up when they've had the advantage and, you know, kind of throw that one away. It's just never that clean for them.
They're a bit of a chaotic team. Sometimes that works for you, sometimes it works against you. It's fun to watch.
No, for sure.
Ayo.
Or a banger best of 5 here.
Niku not gonna like that.
What does Soxa do with all his gold? He's looking at a hand of mine his. I was gonna say he got so much gold earlier.
I think it's fine.
That Huskar kill.
I think you do kind of want the Midas on the 4A because there isn't really an item that's going to impact this mid game other than the blink. Ooh, okay.
I can't believe that the Cold Feet didn't latch before their Twin Gate channel. That's crazy. Well, they're going to take Tormentor. Yandex are doing what they can to cut the map, though Malik, he cut the mid lane with this Arcane Rune. Zias is already on his trail, throws out the arena, but PMA just blinks into it, hits the stomp. A little bit of slowdown there from the Plasma Field. Spear back. Malik, 1 second for the blink. He can blink, but where is he going to go with it? Can't blink in the wrong direction. Blinks up, does not run into Ribbies here. Into the trees he goes. Chira Jr. jump by Niku. Niku with a BKB. Malik is going to show up. God's Rebuke trying to push back this Huskar, but it means he gets pulled into by the Bushwhack. Malik playing Sacrificial. Go to the Ice Blast. Hits it onto Niku. Niku, he's going to tick out here. Big hit from Soxa. Blink in, Ice Blast finds its mark. Now Chira Jr. Desperate TP away. No blink up, but the Bushwhack. Oh,
Excuse me, Mr. Gabe Newell at ValveSoftware.com. Hello. How does that not land?
Thrown that just half an inch too far because
I refuse to believe that's. I'm telling you, this spell is bugged. I've been saying it for years. That is evidence. We all saw it with our eyes. I swear there's like some Z-axis bug with Bushwhack where it like doesn't register trees if you throw it up or down hills sometimes. But that's a discussion for another day. That's my personal conspiracy theory. Great Ice Blast from AA. Soxa knows his job in this game. Just blink blast this guy. You die, but I die. I don't care. I did my job. That's a salute to the boys right there. And you explain to me how this doesn't land. Like,
you're beginning to sound like what was it? Steph Curry's wife, where it's like, sorry, this is you know, she was talking about conspiracy basketball being rigged. Sorry, I saw it with my own eyes. It's rigged.
I mean, the only thing I can see there is you maybe just missed the hero.
Yeah,
which it kind of looked like.
100%.
But you know,
he threw it.
But come on, give it to him.
Watson, 102 with the Ravens veil. Already got the link on him though with the Bushwhack. Great reaction from Zayat. They both reacted super fast to that. Watson trying too hard to get stuff done.
Nice little pickup there. No Deso charges for this little chicken. Still looking for his first impact in this one. And Navi, as we felt it was stalling out, suddenly they were making some plays, and it's not the Huskar. It's just good old-fashioned Centaur Dota.
Well, it is time for another Roshan. There is currently a Croaker in the pit, hanging out.
This is a tougher Roshan to just freely get.
Yeah, and almost no matter what kind of pickoffs they get, unless it's the Ancient Apparition.
You're always going to be worried for sure.
Oh, Niku TP's down to this tier 2 area, but Sox is entirely alone. He's got no other help.
He's just waiting for that Roche call, you know? He's just plotting, biding his time. If he had a ward out here, maybe even snipe Niku.
Cut the waves a little bit with Ice Vortex. Yules for Zayats. PMA is trying to get that Ags. Knows how important that is. Blink, Blade Mail, Crimson Guard, but now he'll go back for the Ags.
Oh, load him in the cart, man. big cart duties in this one. You're going to smoke the Centaur again. Really looking for some sort of pickoff play to open up the Roche. Yandex just not giving much up here. Maybe you find
Malik.
Malik.
Malik has already blinked backwards. He could BKB, and he does so. PMA doesn't even pop the hoof stomp. He fakes it out.
It's another gank survived. Again, the gold never is going to go up for Na'Vi here if they don't find pickoffs. So it's time for Yandex to just keep farming. The thing is, they still have to execute this game at some point with a Wind Ranger mid, which I don't think they really wanted to end up with. It's not one of Chira Jr.'s signature heroes or anything, and this hero is pretty volatile from mid. Like, their lineup, even if we ignore the Huskar being a cheese hero, I'm not sure their lineup is that much fundamentally better just in a straight-up game. So you still have to execute that, even if you get through some of the Huskar cheesiness. You still have to win the game at Dota here.
Yeah, but I mean, how much of that is going to be off the back of the Wind Ranger, and how much of that is going to be off the back of the Kez, right? I feel like this is just kind of them buying time, and then Kez is going to do the heavy lifting in, 10, 15 minutes.
Can go back to Kez. He has been dominant this series.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It feels like Na'Vi have gotten stalled out too much.
Gonna force the Roche with everybody but the Huskar. He's gonna join a little later. There's a roar on this one, so see what Soxa does to counterplay this. You don't want to just throw the ult on the pit. It's very likely it gets dodged. So you kind of just have to play patient.
Yeah, I mean, if Malik can give him any idea of what's going on, he doesn't have to go for the ranged Ice Blast, right? He's got that Blink Dagger for a reason. He might just blink into the pit if he can get close. He's going to get close, gets a ward down, sees the plasma fields coming out of the pit
Sees
here.
the Huskar.
Spots the Huskar. His smoke got ruined, though. Power shot inside the pit. Roshan's going to be low enough here. Soxa, does he go for it? A little bit too late for the Roshan steal or anything. Does not try the assassination on the Huskar.
I'm surprised they got out of that without anything happening. Yandex just didn't have the angle with the Mars.
I'm kind of okay with that because I feel like they didn't get that much done off of the last Aegis anyway. And if anything, this lineup from Yandex is only going to get better and better at ratting out the game.
I don't know. This Razor's getting big, dude. He's far. I don't know how he's so far ahead.
He is
kind of wild.
Huge. I mean, I assume, like how Mickey just always uses Eye of the Storm off cooldown when it comes to farming early. I assume he's just been able to do that since all the attention has been on the Huskar.
Sure.
Stampede goes out. They do manage to kill Soxa. Great opening. Malik hits the spear and got the juice. Not much they could do about that. They're going after Science. Get that easy kill. He TP's back. The rest of the team falls through, though, after got the juice, who's at a half HP. Nice shackle shot, but as they run into the Dazzle, they have to give this up. They get hexed up. They also had the Shalgrave to worry about. It's just not worth extending out into all this.
Especially without the AA alive. Like, you don't want to get drawn into some long fight. Huskar joins it. He has Aegis. He has complete freedom without AA on the field. And then, yeah, maybe you get the Razor kill. You lose everybody else. Is that worth it? Hell no. So you got to respect how these fights get drawn out. And that Razor, like we were talking about, he's mega farmed. That is going to be a tough target to bring down. Like, at some point in this game, I'm not saying you grave Razor over Huskar or something like that, but in the ultra late game, Razor could be your bigger issue.
Yeah,
in terms of like the DPS he's dealing with, the Refresher, Eye of Storm, and all this nonsense. Like, this can be a hero that can just murder Kez if he gets some good static link and you can stun the guy. You have Stampede to play with. You have the cart. This game could become more just Centaur Razor dealing with you late game with how farmed he is rather than the Huskar problem.
Level 25 Razor, maybe with a Refresher, like Eye of the Storm going off and being carded at the same time does sound pretty disgusting. Like, what do you even do about that?
Insane. Let's see Niku just hurl his Aegis into Soxa's face.
Yeah, why not?
The ultimate blood grenade of Dota 2.
Even even worse, his hand of Midas is about to come off cooldown. Two charges.
no.
Oh no, lost efficiency. Man, Soxo was so
buyback.
far ahead too. He was looking, like he's still looking at a refresher. It's so funny because like, what do you do as an ancient apparition against Huskar? Your entire game is about hitting the Ice Blast. So the item pickups are actually kind of weird.
Got to prioritize making Ice Blast as strong as possible, which is getting to that talent, getting a refresher, getting Gleipnir.
Yeah, how good is Gleipnir?
Spell amp buff it, but the spell amp buff isn't that relevant against him.
Yeah.
I mean, Gleipnir's, it's good on this hero. I don't think it's that good because you went this blink build, but it can be just good in general. Like, it's strong on the hero. Expensive though. Very expensive. The shard is also pretty good, I think.
On the hunt. And they just might, maybe, depending on what Niku does here when he's in this corner, right? Creeps are going to respawn. He's going to start working his way back down the line again. If he were to go up, he'd run into the high ground ward and certainly die. If he runs right, there's a chance he still gets sandwiched. Oh, he's going to go up. Oh, a blink backwards. Oh, he spotted him. He spotted the ancient apparition blink.
They definitely want to camp this ward, though. Oh, he's throwing Blast Top for the Tormentor.
He'll catch them midway through this Tormentor attempt. They
just don't care.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. Jesus.
Okay.
Took no damage.
Yeah, Crimson Centaur is pretty freaking strong. Dude, I don't know. My gut just says this whole game is like some giant debate. Like, everybody's mind is just on this Huskar. Like, oh, can we hunt this Huskar? Can we Ice Blast him? Can we kill him? I'm just looking at this Razor Centaur, and I feel like this Razor Centaur are about to just carry this game. Like, load this jacked up Razor in the cart and let him go to town. I almost don't even care about Niku anymore. Like, you're just distraction. They're gonna have to like jump and stun you and throw all this shit on you, and Razor's just gonna clean house.
I'm not going to disagree, but Razor is also susceptible to Ice Blast.
But you can only Ice
especially
Blast
he's
one.
going Satanic build.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you have to Ice Blast Razor, I mean, isn't that's a free Huskar game?
I don't know if it is a free Huskar game. I think if they actually focus the Razor with the Ice Blast, I don't think the Huskar can just auto win the fight against this Kez. That's why I feel like because there are two different answers to the Huskar in my mind in this game. Like, you can start rethinking what you want to do as Yandex.
Well, we'll see what Soxa wants to do. I think he's the kind of player who will not Ice Blast this Razor, like, almost no matter what, because in his mind he will hold it as a deterrent more than anything for this Huskar committing in the fight, you know?
Sure.
But with Satanic pickup, maybe it becomes more tempting if you can't just 100 to 0 him with the single target physical burst, but you do have a lot of single target physical burst with Kez and Wind Ranger.
Yandex, they get caught here. I mean, they are so close to being potentially broken here. The initiation is going to whiff. Chira Jr. backs away, gives the heads up to Mars, an ancient apparition, to run down the river. Let's see if they get out. They have BKB on Malik, so he should escape, no problem. He's going to pop it. Actually, they're going to go for the kill on Nico. See if they did enough burst damage. It's close. I think he takes out the Shallow Grave. Expire. Get him inside the cart. Get him inside the cart. He's got no.
It wouldn't have lasted anyway. It was running out. He would have died no matter what.
Yeah, fair.
Duration is it was too long for that overlap.
Yeah, again, it's like you need a few seconds. So it's 11-second duration on the Ice Blast. You know, Shallow Grave only lasts for 5.5. Cart only lasts for 6.
I mean, if he had a full duration cart, like if he still had to cast and he could have casted it on him there, I think he lives. But you need the entire duration. Whereas he was already carting to try and get there in the first place. So
yeah.
You're not getting much value out of that. That's just a good pick off. Value of the AA here. Navi's still building the lead though, up 7k. Looking towards next Roche. Potential spawn 30 seconds. Butterfly available for Kez. a big deal in this fight. How much Malady can do with the Chen net worth here. Always a big factor. He's got Crimson, he's got Greaves, he's got Solar almost done, Drums
Spotted
done.
PMA on the low ground, but PMA hits Watson with the stomp initially. Got him off the bushwhack as well. Got the juice, already killed the Ancient Apparitions. This is a great start. Malik still a BKB on cooldown. He can't even BKB TP out of this one. He's going to be stuck.
He has no TP scroll anyway, so yeah, they were just screwed the second they got found down there. Nice little pick off.
Yeah, great ward by Zayats, having a heads up to, get these defensive wards because Yandex has been playing so aggressively on the map. They need vision on their own Ancients.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
This Razor's almost 25.
He's about to get an MKB, so the Wind Ranger isn't a problem, though I don't know if the Wind Ranger was ever going to be a problem, frankly, in this game. Oh, Jared Jr., you don't want to go for that. Ooh, he stays up on the high ground, but they knew. Got him on the stomp. BKB, TP out with the win run, and no MKB in sight. He is fine. Is Kez online yet? Butterfly done for the Kez with level 20.
I mean, he's online, that's for sure. But he will not last. I'll put it this way. He cannot kill all of them on his own and survive.
No.
So it has to be a team effort. Like, he cannot kill the Huskar and the Razor before his BKB runs out and he gets shredded by one or the other. So you have to kind of make it a two-pronged attack. And there's Grave and there's Cart to deal with. But I don't think you want to give up this next Roche if you're Yandex. I think this has to be a fight from your squad. Very late Roche spawn. It'll be late in the clock, but it will still be top for a bit. So if Na'Vi want to just force that Roche on their side near their outpost, like they did earlier, they can go for that play, but I think Yandex will confront them.
And they got to be feeling so confident about that, too. With the MKB done on Got the Juice, a BKB for PMA, they've got some hot new items. Niku is about to complete an Ags as well. So 3 fresh items for 3 different cores.
They can just land the few stuns they have to set up the damage. It'll all come together quickly.
Smoke into a smoke, though. There is this high ground ward. They're going to spot Got the Juice. They jump him. They get the spear on him. All in with the Ice Blast. They get him inside the cart, but the Ice Blast still comes through, and it's going to do some damage. Razor's going to do a lot in this little period of time. He got to the other side of the arena. He's not going to take out the Ice Blast. They didn't do enough damage. Just too quick of a reaction to PMA. In fact, PMA didn't even die.
I told you, man. I told you it's the Centaur Razor you got to worry about in this game. Oh, man. He is shredding them from that cart.
And they catch Saksa as well. Just the +1 as Zayats
Those finish refresher
trying to escape.
So that's big. But that's a lost Roche fight. And man, it kind of didn't look close at the end. Like, unless the Razor somehow ticks out there. But I don't know how he ticks out when he's invincible for so long.
Yeah, the focus fire is wasted here because it's on a Razor that's inside the cart. The Ice Blast is wasted because they didn't get any heroes below the threshold, neither the Centaur nor the Razor.
And you got a taunt on the Kez, who just, the burning spears build up. He can't last in that sort of engagement. Huge teamfight win for Na'Vi. Now 20k lead. Aegis Refresher Shard on the Razor. Level 25, has that static link talent. He is an absolute monster. All eyes were on the Huskar, but it was Got the Juice saying, no, I'm gonna put this game on my back.
Four minutes of Aegis time. 1 lane of barracks already dead. Good spear back. Another Ice Blast attempted. This time, a Yules to stop the Centaur. Beautiful play from Malik. That's going to ensure the Razor dies here once. Malik
Another Ice Blast.
take up as much as he can. Another Ice Blast comes through. Does hit Nico. Nico's low. Chira Jr. trying to chase after him. Yule's counter, though. Chira Jr. couldn't get quite enough damage. Nico, it looks like, yes, he will survive throughout the Ice Blast. And now he comes back in with the taunt and blow up Chira Jr. and got the juice just living inside their base, destroying the back-to-back team fights for Na'Vi, and that should do it.
Is that it?
That is
no
gotta
buys.
be it. 3 heroes dead, 3 cores dead with no buyback. I mean, they're at least going to get megas, probably a lot of damage on tier 4s.
Dick has got silenced for so long, and the Razor just shredded him. He had a refresher shard coming out of that Aegis. Just does so much damage, melts your armor so fast.
50 seconds left. Yeah, this one's done, man. They're just gonna go for it. I mean, at best, you're gonna have
What a
one last
fight.
defense with the Mars hitting an arena spear with an Ice Blast.
You're just too far behind. It's like one of those things, even if you land the blast on the Huskar, you kill him. Can you win the fight? I don't think you can anymore.
I do kind of wonder, instead of that second Ice Blast, if they went for the Razor on his revive.
I think they should have,
The Ice
honestly.
Blast, trying to focus him down again.
Great
Malik is
Yules
really
again.
good at hitting these Yules to stop the card play. Nico's gonna die as a result, but what about the Razor, man? You still have the buyback.
What about your throne?
10 seconds left until Ikez. Throne, Ancient exposed. They have to go for it. Got the juice. Oh, he starts draining the damage away from Malady. Well, they're pushing back the Huskar, but they can't kill anything. BKB hitting Ancient. Watson trying to hit. Got the juice. Got the juice. He turns back around. Shallow-Graven just finishes off the Ancient. No problem. Na'Vi will advance to the grand finals of Blast Slam 6.
What a turn in this series. From being like down 2-1, it looks like they're just going to get knocked out 3-1 cleanly by Yandex, controlling the tempo, controlling the drafts. They barely win that game 4 with the last hit from TA. And then in this game 5, they go for the Huskar. They get AA. They say, whatever, we have answers. We have tools. We have Cart. We have Grave. We have the play.